Hi everybody, this is Carolyn Service with o2bstampin.com. Tonight I want to show you how to make this simple and beautiful card using one of our new hostess sets called A Whole Lot of Lovely. So to get this stamp set, you do have to either host a party or place a $150 order. But it's so well worth being a hostess because it's just a lot of fun sharing stamping with your friends. So let me show you how simple this card is. Let's get started. So we're going to start with our card base, which is Blackberry Bliss, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5. Just going to fold it and fold it, crease it with my bone folder, and then because it is such a dark cardstock, it's not like you would be able to just stamp in it very easily. I am going to add a layer of Whisper White cardstock, and this measures 5.25 by 4. Okay, so there's the inside of your card all ready to go. Now, I'm going to just set this aside for the moment. I'm going to bring out some of the next elements that I want to use. We have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 3.5 by 3.5. That's what I'm going to use to stamp my image with the Blackberry Bliss ink and the thank you stamp. Now you don't have to worry about having this straight because you are going to run it through the Big Shot with the floral framelets so that it's going to look like so. So I'm going to get my magnetic platform, my acrylic or my cutting pad. I'm also going to take one of the framelets, banner framelets that come in a set that looks like so. Okay, I'm going to use the second to the smallest, and then I'm also going to add this. And then my other cutting pad. Okay, and then I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. Alright. So I've got this little banner cut out for me, as well as my thank you image. Okay, so put this aside. We're going to take now this designer paper is from the Occasions catalog that just passed. I apologize for using retired paper, but it was so pretty that many of my customers bought it, so I'm hoping that you have a piece of it left over. If you don't, just any designer paper that you have, just match with this, the same color cardstock and ink, and you can make it in a different color scheme. So I'm just going to add my banner first with regular adhesive down in the lower corner here. Then I'm going to cut a 6-inch piece of satin ribbon, and this is, or organza, I'm sorry, 6 inches. 6 or 7, whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't have my ribbon scissors handy, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take one end and I'm going to tie it in a loose knot. When it starts to get a little tighter, I'm going to make sure that I'm moving that knot to the end. I want about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of ribbon at this edge. Okay, so it should look something like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our adhesive again. We're going to put it on the back of our ribbon. We're going to lay this down so that this piece is close to the left edge of your designer paper. Just going to put that down like that. And then you're going to wrap this around to the back. We're also going to take a glue dot and add it to the back of this knot so that that will stay right in place. Okay. Then we are going to, where is the card? Here it is. We're going to go ahead and add this to our card base. The designer paper measures 5 1/4 this way and 4 going this way. All right, then I have a little doily I want to put down. So I'm going to add this. Now I like to use the multi-purpose combo glue when I'm adding the doilies because they can be a little bit delicate, and if you use regular snail adhesive, sometimes they are apt to rip. So I found using this glue is a little bit better for me, so I put a little bit on the back, then also go around and where that largest little piece is all around the doily, I just put one little tiny dot of glue there so that the outside edges will be glued down and they won't be so apt to get flicked and tear. Okay, then I'm going to take my sentiment. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of it. And then I'm going to place it right in the center of the doily. Okay, and then lastly, I have a button out of the, forget the name of that collection. I'm not sure, this might still be, this was in the Occasions catalog, so it may also be retired, but you can use any button, any white button that you have. And then I took the 8 inches of the Blackberry Bliss extra thick twine, and so here's a piece. I took 8 inches and then I kind of unraveled it like you would embroidery floss. This, you can see this maybe a little bit better. So I'm just tearing, sort of ripping it in half so that it's not so thick. Okay, so you have about, oh, it looks like 6 strands. Sorry. Okay, where is it? There we go. That's just making it blurry, but 6 strands, trust me. And so then I laced it through my ribbon, through my button. I'm going to go ahead and attach my button to my card. This makes it a little easier when you're trying to tie your bow. And then just tie a bow. Now actually I'm noticing with this one it looks like I only maybe have 4 strands, but I like the 6 strands. I think that that's a better thickness for this project, but you know, you can decide yourself. And I want the bow to be kind of tiny, so I'm going to play with it a little. Zoom in on that real quick for you. So that's what it looks like. You can actually trim those. Actually, I think I would like them trimmed a little bit more. Just make it even just really tiny. There we go. Okay, so there is my card. I hope you liked that project, and I hope that you will come back and visit me again. I thank you for stopping by. Again, my name is Carolyn Service with o2bstamping.com, and I would love for you to come to my blog, take a look-see, and if you like it, I hope that you'll follow me in my blog or visit me at Facebook and like me there. So I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for coming. You know what? I forgot something, and it adds a lot, so I don't want to leave it off. So I'm coming back to you. Welcome back. I want to add these little tiny, tiny pearls. I'm going to zoom in here a lot. I want to add them in the center of my flowers. So I'm just going to use my snips to pick them up and add them better. Don't you think that's better? I'm glad I came back. Thanks again. Have a great night.